Well, welcome to BMGI LLC. This is the BlackMoon Butterfly Effect. I will be doing the June 2023 Tarotcast for my fire signs. I did do a pre-shuffle, and I do have notes that I will be reading from my notes because, you know, I be trying to do this stuff off of memory, guys, and then I go back and look at my notes after I get off of the live, and I be like, I didn't touch that, I didn't touch that, I didn't touch that, and I'll be up here forever. So I'm trying to make them shorter, more quality than quantity. That is the overall theme for the collective for the month of June, quality over quantity. So I'm putting that in effect here. Alright, so let's get in with the prayer, okay? Thank you guys for spirit, my angels, my ancestors, my guides. I ask you to be here with me now, and I want to thank you for being here with me now to give me this message, to communicate with me so I can communicate with the collective of fire signs for the month of June 2023. Give me a message that is clear and concise. Make it understandable for them to understand and me to understand. Make it for the greatest and highest sustenance so that they can be fully committed and in complete alignment with their highest, truest, deepest transformation, so that they can be truly focused on their personal growth and spiritual development, and so they can be fully conscious of their personal, their self-talk and their self-consciousness. I thank you. As Shea. All right, let's get into it, guys. All right, so pre-shuffle. You guys got conjunction. With this infinity sign here, I also get there is a collapsing of timelines, and I'm also getting yin-yang energy. So for me, this is also about union, okay? Conjunction is also about coming together. A lot of times people consider conjunction as like butting heads, but for me, it's more of a union. So I've got love, divine union, infinity, which also has to do with the collapsing of timelines. I got two opposites merging to create a unique third form, which is alchemy. Not a compromise, but an activation. So this is something that is going to give you more than what you had before. It's activating something deep within you. It's activating something deep within your soul's purpose. It says bond with another human, nature, or divinity. Stirring of your heart and an element of surprise. Different types of love, union of the souls. So I'm definitely getting that there is this energy of you are coming out of this energy of feeling alone and isolated and things of that nature. I'm also getting that you have been in this place of toxicity and lack as well when it comes to love. This is for my fire signs. This is letting me know that it's wanting you to know that there are different types of love, and love has many different faces that play many different roles, okay? There's a love that we have for another human being. There's a love that we have for our parents. There's a love that we have for our children. There's a love that we have for our mate. There's a love that we have for nature. There's a love that we have for divinity, God, source, spirit. There's also a love that we have for ourselves. Self-love is very important. Okay? Self-love is very important. So, in the past, I feel like you've come into this energy with this Five of Swords of fighting battles that you feel like you are not going to ever win. So you might have felt like you've always been have bad luck at love, or things have never come your way that you wanted. Every time you're trying to implement something, it doesn't come into pass. I think you're coming out of that energy from May and coming into this energy of the devil for June. Now, the devil doesn't necessarily have to be all bad. Most people describe it as deception and narcissism and all of this toxicity and all of this, but the devil card can also mean passion. It can be something that's very passionate, very cleansing, very eye-opening for you. Okay, so I am going to read from the book from these cards because they do have crystals at the bottom, and I want you guys to get the full meaning of the card, including the crystals that are associated with it. So on the first line here, we have the Five of Swords, the Devil card, and the Knight of Wands, which is smoky quartz, amethyst, and opal. Now, the energy that is coming in towards you is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is all about creativity, right? It's all about being, and it's also about being hasty. So it's like, it wants you to be ambitious, but it doesn't want you to be hasty. It wants you to have a plan involved before you make said steps. Just because somebody likes you doesn't mean you have to like them. Just because somebody likes something else doesn't mean that you have to like it. But love is unconditional. Real, true love is unconditional. So what you love will love you back. What loves you, is going to open your eyes up to a whole new way of thinking, a whole new way of being, a whole new way of interpreting life and love. Okay, all right. The Five of Swords, we have smoky quartz here, so I'm going to read what that means for you. Five of Swords. Five of Swords. It says, I am working to resolve a conflict. Again, there is no win or lose. Let's find the best way forward. It says the smoky quartz is highly purifying and is one of the best anti-stress stones there is. It helps to let go. It helps you let go of that which does not serve you, including grief, fear, and resentment, enabling you to rise above conflict and not get embroiled in it. And because smoky quartz turns negative energy into positive, working deep in the psyche and grounding negative energy back to the earth, it's a great crystal to have in an argument or to help you clear the air after one. Use smoky quartz to connect yourself back to the earth and back to your core. Again, this is the many faces of love. If you get into arguments, you feel like you've been fighting by the battles that you just can't win. You can't seem to get ahead. All of those things. You get into relationships, they never work out. You're involved with liars, cheaters, thieves, and narcissists. You know what I mean? You are passionate. You are in love with the idea of love, but you don't really know. You've never really experienced real love. You are you're thinking negatively when it comes to love, when it comes to how love is. There are many different forms of love. There is agape love. There's always there's a love of God. There's a love of children. There's a love of experience. You know, love comes in different many forms and fashions. So it's like you have to learn which one you are in, which one are you giving. Are you loving someone that isn't loving you? Are you loving somebody that is emotionally unavailable? Are you loving yourself are you loving other people when you should be loving yourself? Do you understand what God's love looks like for you? Okay? Just because things don't necessarily go your way doesn't mean that God doesn't love you. God doesn't want you to have love in your life. God may be sparing you. God may be helping you dodge a bullet here. So look at things in different ways. Okay? Right here we have the Devil card. We have Amethyst, number 15, okay? In your present moment for the month of June, I'm kind of feeling like you, instead of being in this energy of narcissism and things like that, I'm kind of feeling like it's a passion type of thing. You're passionate about letting go of the things that are no longer serving you. You're passionate and determined that you are not going to be this bitter person, that you are going to see the beauty in life. Remember, quality over quantity. What value is it bringing you? Not how much of it do you have, but what is the value of what you have? Just because you have more of something doesn't mean that it's worth more. It just means you got more of it. Just because you have less of something doesn't mean it's not worth anything. It could be the quality of it. You know, a little small piece of pyrite, they sell it by the gram. You can get 1 gram of pyrite. Not pyrite. Hey, August. It'll come to me. But it comes by the gram, right? And you can buy this little teeny nugget of not pyrite. It'll come to me. Of this crystal, right? But it's worth 1 gram. Little teeny thing. And it's like 40 bucks. But you can go buy a bigger crystal for less. But you don't understand that this crystal holds a lot of power in it, in that little teeny crystal, in that little teeny piece of it. You know what I mean? Just because it's bigger doesn't mean it's better. Just because it costs more doesn't mean it's better. Do your research. And that goes with anything. People, places, things, ideologies, beliefs, cars, people, your job. Just because your job is paying you more doesn't mean it's worth more. Is it worth all of the extra things that you're getting? The stress, the headaches, the overwork, the burnout, the overwhelm, the stress. Just because you're in a relationship and you've been in a relationship with someone for 20 years, does that mean that just because you've been in that for 20 years that your relationship has quality? Not necessarily. Has all that 20 years been great? Has only 2 of the 20 been great? Have 10 of the 20 been great? What is the quality of these things? Not the quantity. Measure things by quality, not quantity. Okay? Amethyst. It says, I am identifying and eliminating self-limiting beliefs and behavior. Passionate. Okay? I am stronger than my excuses. Passionate. Alright, amethyst. Amethyst is often connected with sobriety and spirituality. In Greek mythology, the gods drank wine from amethyst goblets as they believed that the purple stone would prevent them from becoming overly drunk. This purple wonderstone can help you break bad habits, release negative energy, let go of unhealthy attachments, break addictions, and strengthen willpower. Use amethyst when you feel scattered and lost, and it will bring calm or motivation as needed. Again, you are in this place of eliminating those things that have kept you in this energy of feeling like you haven't been able to make it, of feeling like you are in a stalemate, of feeling like you are haven't been prepared to move forward. Now you're prepared to move forward. So you're leaving that in the past. In the month of May, you're leaving that behind. You're leaving that snail bait behind. And in the month of June, you're coming into this energy of ready to move forward. Seeing things for what they really are. There's a scarab at the top of here. The scarab brings prosperity and protection. Amethyst does the same. Okay? And what we have for the devil card is all about, you know, people's downfall and things like that. That's what they want you to believe. But there's a heart here. There's a heart here. So you're just passionate about bringing things into full fruition, of letting go of limiting beliefs, letting go of all of the quantity of BS that you've got going on when it comes to love, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to connecting and forming a union, a spiritual bond, okay? Here. A union of the souls. So some of you might be coming in contact with your soulmates this month. Others of you are going to be breaking up with people that are no longer in your, you've literally grown apart from. Okay? And it happens. When you go through a spiritual awakening, when you start to identify with yourself, when you start to, you know, live in a spiritually aligned life, people that have been with you when you were living on this mundane playing field and you weren't moving and according to God's will, but you've been moving in and according to man's law, then, you know, those people aren't going to understand what the freak happened. That love that you thought that they had for you is going to go right out the door, and you're going to understand that that wasn't real love. Real love is unconditional, whether it's from you or from God or spirit, and even other people. But these people that have been around you are not the ones. I'm just feeling like they've been keeping you in this place of confusion and blinding and not being able to understand, indecision. You know, looking to your friends for harmony, for peace, for answers, when you should really be looking to yourself or God. Okay? That's obsidian. We're going to be looking at the Knight of Wands here, which is opal. The Knight of Wands, he is suspended in the air. Okay? The Knight of Wands is all about being hasty and your ambitions, you know, going out of your way to do things. So I feel like this is the energy that's coming into you. Spirit is going out of its way to show you what real love is and to bring you unions of divine unions, okay, that have been suspended in infinity, that have been suspended in another timeline, in another dimension, in another wavelength. It's like you're raising your vibration to tap into this energy now, okay? Knight of Wands, let's get it. Knight of Wands, it says, I want to create an adventure. My life is miraculous and wonderful things lie in store for me today. Said to hold the energy of all gemstones, opal bursts with colors with light reflecting and refracting in all directions, creating a kaleidoscope of mesmerizing rainbows. If you want to harness spontaneity, optimism, and mysticism, use an opal to embrace the unknown and let an adventure unfold. Thought by ancient cultures to have fallen from thundery skies with lightning trapped within them, opals have been a stone of mystery and magic for thousands of years. This crystal can help you to see your full potential and amplifies your self-worth, and said to stimulate your metaphysical gifts too. Again, you're coming into this place of divine union. Your soul is aligning into its rightful place in the cosmos. You are learning to be confident. You are learning to be fearless. You are learning to be motivated. You are learning to understand what your worth is. Again, the quality that you bring to these other things of your life, to these other people that have been backstabbing you and treating you like shit, to the people, to the projects that you know you've spent all of your time to. What is the value? You are understanding your value, your worth, your love. So, you know, you can be combining the love of self, the love that Spirit has for you, and the love that you have for yourself can be combining into elevating your self-worth, you know, making you a little bit more sassy, making you a little bit more brassy, making you a little bit more, you know, letting you know that you are worth more than what you've been allowing yourself to have. Okay? Alright, and we have coming in as an obstacle or a, what can be blocking you or becoming an obstacle or a challenge for you is the Two of Swords. And that is the Obsidian. So we're going to read that. The Two of Swords for me is like a blockage, indecision, things of that nature, keeping you bound mentally. And by keeping you bound mentally is also keeping you bound emotionally. By keeping you bound emotionally is keeping you bound intuitively. By keeping you bound emotionally and intuitively is keeping your actions limited. Right? To what you can do, what you can see, what you can feel, what you allow others to see, do, and feel. You know what I mean? So you may have had somebody that showed you some love, that showed you some affection, that showed you a different form of love. People have a tendency to get lust and love confused. You know, just because you are loving on somebody and y'all have a physical connection does not mean that that is love. That is lust. Okay? You have to learn to understand it. Just because somebody might even have might flirt with you doesn't mean that they want to have sex with you. Things of that nature. Not all love is expressed through physical interaction. It could be by listening to somebody when they really need a shoulder to cry on. It could be somebody listening to you and not trying to get in your pants. You know what I mean? It could be someone having a real conversation. It could be somebody that's just there to hold you and not have a sexual type of thing going on, because I'm really kind of feeling like it's more so you guys have been getting in relationships based on the passion that you feel, thinking that, oh, this sexual connection, this sexual energy is love. It's not love. There are more ways to show love than having sex. I'm just saying that's what I'm getting here. It's a union of the souls. That's why that was the last thing that came out. Union of the souls. It's a soul union, not a physical union. Okay? Let's give it this Obsidian. It says, I am making a tough decision. I trust my wisdom and courage to help me make the right decision. When faced with a tough decision, you need obsidian in your armory. This glassy black stone made from molten lava has cooled quickly and often used for scrying or crystal gazing because of its powerful divination abilities. Obsidian can help you see clearly and make decisions by connecting you with the realm of knowing that we all have within ourselves. Use obsidian as a talisman whenever you need to tap into your intuition, your sixth sense, and you will find you instinctively know what to do. Like many black stones, obsidian is always deeply protective and deflective of negative energy. Again, it's deflecting the negative energy when it comes to love. I feel like this has to do with relationships, the relationship that you've been in, the relationships that you're in, the relationships that you are looking as prospects if you're single. Okay, some of you, like I said, you're going to be leaving these relationships that you're in because they're not for you. Okay, you've been in these relationships because you have been adding quality to their lives, and all they've been adding is quantity to yours. When I say that, I mean they've been adding not a quantity of love, of affection, of understanding, of soul nurturing. You guys are not in a soul connection. You are in a physical connection. You are in... Sorry, I saw something flicker back there. Okay, anyways. It's not about that. Okay? It's about you coming to this place of understanding that this indecision, these things that you have been going through, the emotional baggage, the emotional damage, the emotional trauma, the karmic realizations, everything that is collapsing into infinity can be rebuilt. You dig? It's like it has to be destroyed in order for it to be rebuilt. You have to destroy how it is you see love, how it is you fathom what a connection is. If you don't know what a soul connection is, look it up. If you're not sure if you're with your soulmate, look it up. Just because a person is your soulmate does not mean that you're supposed to be with them. And your soulmate doesn't always have to be a romantic partnership. Okay? A soulmate can be your cousin, it can be your brother, it can be your sister, it can be your mama, your daddy, or it can be your husband or your wife, your boyfriend or your girlfriend, your dog or your child. Your soulmate is someone that's here to help you elevate your soul. Not necessarily to fall in love with, because sometimes when people think that they're soulmates and they get together and one person is ready and the other person isn't ready, it's a freaking disaster. It's a freaking disaster. I'm trying to tell you. So be mindful. Because at the end of the month, you're coming into total hope, total adventure, total new avenues, total new beginnings with the Ace of Wands here. Okay? I feel like there is going to be definitely something that's going to be coming in for you that's going to be putting you in this energy of realization, of understanding, of coming, because you got 2 swords, 2 wands, and you have the devil in the middle, okay? And we said that this devil is not a destructive one. This is one of clarity, of truth, of calming, of passion, of letting go of limited beliefs, of letting go of old ideologies, of how we interpret emotion and intimacy and compassion and empathy. And sex. I'm just going to be honest. Okay? It says 2 opposites emerging to create a unique third form. Okay? So that means opposites attract to make something new. Right? So you might have been with somebody that you think is your match. They haven't been your match for a long time, and if they ever were. And if you're single, and you're like, oh, I'm single by choice, you're damn right you're single by choice, because the other relationships haven't worked. There's been some BS. So now when someone comes into your life, you're very skeptical about what their intentions are. towards you and how you're going to be with them. Are you going to lose yourself? Are you going to be standoffish? Are you going to treat them like they're the ones who hurt you in the past? Like, whatever. You need to, instead of getting stuck on the whole physical aspect of the relationship, get connected with the soul aspect of the relationship. What is their soul feel like? What is their soul offering you? Is your soul and their soul compatible? Not is his body and her body compatible. No. It's your soul, your intuition, your path in life. Are you guys going in the same direction? Are you going to build each other and help each other? Or are you going to destroy each other and become, the pitchfork in their life? Like, you don't want that. You don't want to be that for anyone, and you don't want anyone to be that for you. So when you get into relationships, whether it's a friendship, situationship, relationship, marriage, boyfriend, girlfriend situation, whatever the case may be, when you get into these unions, even unions with your children, your mothers, your fathers, your sisters, your brothers, these are all unions because you guys came into this life together. You guys share a bloodline. Okay? You got to understand that. Each and every one of us is a conjunction. We are a conjunction of our parents, of our mother and our father. It took the DNA of our mother and it took the DNA of our father and it made a unique individual, which is you, which is me. Right? And everybody be like, oh, you were conceived in love. Some people, not everybody was conceived in love. So you got to understand that too. You got to understand what were the circumstances of your conception. You know what I mean? Were you mama's babies and daddy's maybe? You know what I mean? Was daddy there and mommy not there? Were they a union? Were they a couple? Were they showing you love? Were they showing each other love? What were the circumstances of your conception? Because that has a lot to do with how we connect with people as we get older in our lives. Because things that happen in embryo while we're still in the womb affect us once we come out into this world. How we interpret things, whether we're taught certain things or whether we are just instinctively feel that things are a certain way. Okay? This is alchemy. You and me, we are a manifestation of alchemy. Two different chromosomes, two different DNAs coming together to make one unique individual. You are a unique individual. So your conception story is unique to you. Okay? This matters. This matters a whole lot, and especially for my fire signs, because you guys are so passionate about things. You guys are in this energy of like, you want to be able to, ignite fire, ignite passion, and do all of these things, but you have to be able to do it from a clear and positive heart space in order to get it done properly. Because fire can destroy, but fire can also purify. Okay? Alright, so we're going to go to the Ace of Wands here. Ace of Wands for my fire signs. We got clear quartz here. It says, I am starting a new project or role ideally suited for me. I am open to the magic that a new beginning brings. Since clear quartz is one of the best energy amplifiers and a stone of action, it perfectly embodies the Ace of Wands. The whole suit of wands is action oriented. So clear quartz is the perfect stone to kick off a journey of transformation and begin a new role. It is also an energy transmitter, an information holder, and powerful amplifier. Some say you can even program a clear quartz with your intentions and it will hold that energy for you. Try doing just this by holding it in your hand and directing your thoughts and feelings to it. Something to clear out the energy, something to clear out your energy to a more pure level, so that you can learn to see things on a spiritual level, not just a physical level. Okay? So for my fire signs for the month of June, I'm feeling like you are really getting in touch with your inner self. your love language, how you perceive love, how you give love, how do you know that you feel loved, why you feel like you don't feel love. You're also being more in tune with how you allow people to treat you, what you allow, what you don't allow. And it's also becoming clearing out negative energy, negative responses, negative things of that nature. So you are literally becoming a union of your soul with spirit. Okay? And if you're in a relationship, you are either deepening your connection with your loved one or you're leaving it alone. It's like either you're going to add value to my life or you're not. And if you're not, you gotta go. Peace out. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Surrender to wonder and awe. Open to the magic of energy. Wait a minute. Open to the magic of every moment and sense the awe and wonder in all of life. This attitude will keep you connected to the ecstasy of flow. Okay? Surrender to spirit. What did I say? Once you've done everything you can to achieve a goal, turn the situation over to the divine. Let spirit work its magic for you. That's why this amethyst is coming in, to clear out all the doubt and the fear when it comes to love, when it comes to showing emotion, when it comes to intimacy, when it comes to alchemy and sharing your life with someone. Because even if you're sharing the house with someone and they're toxic, guess what? That bleeds over to you. Okay? Anyway, surrender to the magic of who you are. We all have magic in us, even in the mundane aspects of life. Remember that you are a magical being with a uniqueness and a worth that come just from being you. Again, Knight of Wands, knowing your self-worth, all aspects of you. Knowing the quality of life that you bring to others. Knowing the quality that you are as an individual in this vast cosmos. You are a very unique individual, and God created you as such, because each one of us have our own unique gifts, styles, talents, and gifts. Okay? Surrender to silence. In quiet meditation or contemplation, let go and enter the stillness within. Silence can heal and replenish you. This is meditating on clearing out these energies of indecision. This is you going into a meditative, contemplative state so that you are in a better mindset to receive the guidance that God is giving you. To receive the guidance that your ancestors and guides are giving you. To take you out of a place of indecision into a place of clarity. Okay? And it says, surrender your fear of change. Change is gonna come. The only thing constant is change. Remember that. The only thing constant is change. The universe is reminding you that you are cared for always. Whether you're afraid of a change in your job, your health, or relationship, or if you fear aging or death. Repeat this affirmation. I have faith that all is well. I have faith that all is well. I have faith that all is well. I have faith that all is well, and this is to let you know that, hey, even though you don't have all the answers, dang, it will come to you, because you are safe and you were put on this path for a reason. This is an evolution of yourself. This is you collapsing old paradigms and old timelines, and for you to create a new one. A new one out of love, of success, of worth. Okay? It says, I am the sender and receiver of reality. I meet myself in an unbroken embrace. Coming together with yourself. Again, like I said, this is self. Okay? Once you realize the central role you play in creating your life, you will embrace every day as a new world. Renewal is effortless and spontaneous. Alright, I'm going to leave it there, guys. And with that, it's like, remember, love has many faces. Love has many places. Love comes and goes according to your will, because you run your life. So if you feel like someone is telling you, oh, I love you, oh, I'm in love with you, oh, this, oh, that, oh, I love this, oh, I love that, and you don't really feel it, call bloody flannel. Call bloody flannel. Be like, well, I don't feel it. I don't understand it. That's not how I perceive it. And God will give you the God will give you the, God will show you. Will show you what real love is, what real commitment is, what real transformation is, what real ascension is, what it feels like to not live under a microscope of burden, of limited beliefs, of lack, of false identity, of imposter syndrome, living under false rule instead of soul union. You understand? I hope you do. I hope you figured, dummy. I hope this message reaches you. And oh wow, it says you are made of awareness. Be aware. Just be aware, my guys. Enjoy. Have a good month of June. If you are interested in any other products and services offered by BMGI LLC, I do have an Etsy store, BMGI Black Moon Goddess. The whipped shea butter is on there, the whipped sparkle butter, the scents, the colors, the crystal butter, belly chains, keychains, crystals, crystal bracelets, things of that nature. Candle spells are on there. Readings are available on there as well as on Ornum. If you go on Ornum and look up Black Moon Goddess, you can become one of my fans, and I can you can do a private chat with me and get a reading that way. It's paid per minute. What else? Belly chains, necklaces, pendulums. I have pendulums. Like so, like these are 2 pendulums that I personally have. This one I made myself. This one I bought. But I do have pendulums. They more so look like this, but without the double strand. It's the one strand. And they have the cage on the crystals. And I have different crystals for different pendulums. So if you're interested, please stop by my Etsy store or drop me a comment and I can get that to you. For the shea butter, at least allow me a little bit of time because I have to freeze it to ship it so it doesn't melt during the winter. During the summer. Jeez, during the winter. Anyways, be sure to like, share, subscribe. Make sure let your friends, your family know, and things of that nature. I hope you guys have a great month of June. And remember that, love has many faces. And not just, physical. Okay? Understand what the energy means. Understand what is trying to be relayed to you. Okay? I love you guys. Bye.